Hello.
Hi there, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you both in Discord and the stream. So
Okay, so you can hear me through the stream?
yeah, I just hear you through the stream now.
Sweet. And then I tried to do the Discord overlay, but it doesn't seem to be working, which is fine.
Yeah, I stress about it.
Yep, I'm
Actually, I
not
was I
even.
was gonna say.
Yeah?
Go ahead.
No, you first.
I was gonna say like I was seeing what is it the guy who does Arcade Pit Smite has been doing OBS tutorials on his channel, so might not be a bad idea to check those out at some point. So I don't
Maybe.
know if that would help or not. So
Hey, it couldn't hurt. Anyway, have you played Undertale before?
yes, I have. Yeah, I
Ah.
I have done all routes. So
Oh, very
yeah.
nice. Yes, this is my first time doing this, and this is my first time starting up the game since I beat the Don't Kill Anybody ending, and this is interesting because I haven't seen the game start up doing this before.
Yeah, this is a very nice thing because it's still you're still doing the same game file technically. The
Mm-hmm.
game remembers everything that you've done, so it's making a point to say, "I listen. You just got the best ending. Are you sure you want to continue?"
Well, I guess I'll dive in. What's up, the orange?
Hello?
Hmm?
Hey, is this working?
I can kind of hear you, but it's a bit choppy. If you're doing push to talk, you might be letting go too soon. Say something else.
Something.
Well, that works.
Yeah, I think my air conditioning conflicts with it.
Well, anyway, now we got Flowey with his lovely, extremely condescending face. Very interesting meta thing here. I think I commented on it last time, but I think it's an interesting choice that you can't do the worst ending before the best ending. You have to get the best ending before the worst ending. And I haven't been spoiled for it, but I know that the kill everybody ending is supposed to be really depressing. So it's weird that really the proper way to experience all the game's content is to end on a sort of depressing note.
Yep.
I don't think it stops you from necessarily doing the bad ending first, but yeah.
Yeah. I was wondering that too. Like I think it's possible to do other routes first, like to do this route first. Actually,
I read that you can't
you
get
can't
the.
do.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
I read that you can't get the proper ending for not killing everybody if you do the kill everybody ending. Like you have to totally scrub your save file.
That's yeah that's true. Like kind of how it works a little bit differently. Like this route will there's actually a different ending for the. If I remember correctly, the true ending has a different ending depending on what order you do them in. Actually, so
Huh.
so if you were to go back and do another true ending route after this, there would be another ending at least. So I don't know if it's true that you could Because I think you could do this kill everybody route the first time, and then go back, and then do a reset after it's all over, and then do the normal ending and then the true ending.
I know it's kind of messed up too. Like if you, I think if you kill anyone, you're screwed for getting the best ending, which was originally something that put me off from doing that, because I thought, oh, if I mess something up, I'm not gonna want to spend all that time over again.
Yeah, like for me, when I first played the game, I did a full route for my true ending route, as opposed to what some people did. Like whenever I see it streamed, most of the time, most people start out doing the true pacifist run right off the bat. Whereas my first run, where I think I killed either Papyrus or Undyne at some point in my route, plus some like NPC, like just some of the random encounters as well. Actually, I killed one of the dogs first, is what happened, and just because I did not know how to get through it at first.
Yeah, I was really tempted to kill what's his face, Metin, because I couldn't get through that fight for like a solid hour. I was like, all right, fuck you, robot. I'm just going to end this.
Yeah. So like for me, like it's really nice when you're doing the stream and you do the pacifist run, the pacifist, like the pseudo pacifist normal ending, I guess, neutral ending. And like we talked about it a little bit, but we didn't really expand on it. But I could go into some detail about like some of the differences, but it's mostly just that the call at the end where Sans is talking to you is a little bit different depending on your actions, basically. So, like at the end of the neutral route, you had him saying that Asgore disappeared and Undyne was going to come after you because you weren't close friends and stuff like that. But that was about the extent of it. Whereas if you do other routes and you kill like Papyrus, for example, and nobody else, there's an ending for that technically, where Sans has different dialogue, basically saying that it's very strange that Papyrus just kind of disappeared. You brother killer.
Yeah, there's some pretty funny ones too. I remember there was a lot of people digging into it like right after it came out. I kind of regret it though, because first time I played it, like I went and like reading most of the wiki and kind of like, oh, this is how you beat basically every boss fight. So I didn't get to like experience the puzzle element to it as much.
Yeah, that's a little too bad.
Sorry?
Yeah.
But what's the logical progression from meme?
An old meme?
Oh, what? God, I almost want to keep with the meme theme and go with a PEPE.
No.
I know. I that was an almost. I only wanted that because it had this exact same. It had the exact same. It was just one letter off. So.
Yeah, they don't give you a whole lot of room to work with on the name.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Should be gosh.
Gosh.
Oh shit, yeah.
That's a pretty yes.
All capitals.
There's no exclamation mark though. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the only downside to this plan.
I'm tempted to go for meme again, but gosh is a pretty good.
Either Gosh or Jeff. Like, it's as simple as that. Just after everybody renamed themselves back to their original names, go for that meme.
Yeah.
There's still like 3 or 4 Jeffs left.
I mean, there's also Jeff. Gosh, this is so hard. I should hurry up and choose. Let's see. Jeff, Gosh, or Meme again? You know what, Gosh?
Honestly, all of them are acceptable.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Gosh. It's gonna be a Gosh run. Fuck it, let's just do it and be legends. Bammo. That unintentionally looks a lot like... yes, this feels right.
I'm super glad.
Yes. Gosh. Alright, let's kill the shit out of everybody. Fuck you, buddy. Actually, it's kind of fun to play this again and realize that I recognize this musical cue now.
Yeah, like that's always a great thing with some of this is just the leitmotifs that Toby used for all of the characters are really strong, like really strong. Like Flowey's like has like 7 or 8 different variations, of course, but that's just great.
That face. Oh, I just noticed the music's getting a bit distorted.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much, buddy. I just now noticed that little grunt he does when she casts fireball on him or something.
Am I the only one that thought she was like a weird bug or something at first?
I didn't realize she was a goat until memes popped up.
Like, that totally looks like a beetle face or something.
It's not that clear. Like, a lot of the art style isn't that clear for things. That's true. So.
It's like, what's it? Final Fantasy. The Emperor always looked like a dog to me.
Oh, Gestalt, yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't until I was playing the iOS version I was like, wait, oh, she's a human?
Oh, you played the iOS version?
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah. I bought the iOS FF5 and kind of regretted that one, unfortunately.
It's a shame, too, because you would think, like, hey, mobile phone would be a pretty good place to play that stuff.
Yeah.
I know there have been games where I thought for years that somebody looked like something else due to something about their sprite. I can't think of them, but if I remember, I'll be sure to share these lovely insights with the class.
I always love those moments where, like, years later, you just get something from a game. It's just like, oh,
Yeah, and there's something particularly about
I'm an idiot.
Probably because of the abstraction in pixel art and the fact that a lot of the classics, at least probably for everybody in roughly age group or whatever that is, 20s and 30s, played a lot of these classic games as kids, that it gets kind of incorporated into that fractured memory you end up having of that era, where you're not really sure if you saw it or if you confabulated it or anything. There were parts of like Super Mario 64 that I was sure were real. Turned out like I invented them in my brain. And then some parts I was sure that I made up as a kid that were actually real.
Yeah, I remember getting to use the internet for the first time and reading all sorts of stuff about how you could unlock characters in Mario Kart. And then getting back home and trying to do this for like 3 days straight.
Now here's an ominous bit of dialogue.
Yeah. Just for my own curiosity, how far did you get into Earthbound?
Me?
Because I remember you saying you saw Moonside, but I can't remember if you saw much after that.
That's the only bit I've seen, because the person I was with loaded it up when we were tripping.
Right.
Is that the place with the Mr. Sounds?
Okay, I just wanted to check.
That's what the Mr. Sound does, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Toriel's mad.
Yeah, Toriel will try and scare off most monsters, so it's kind of hard to do a lot of fighting when Toriel's around.
Mm. And people were saying this was the bit in the demo, and it does seem like he must have had a somewhat different idea of how the game was supposed to be when he started out with this than what he ended up with.
No, like you actually had to play through that puzzle.
Yeah, the game seems, I mean, there are lots of puzzles throughout, but it seems less densely packed with puzzles after this, which I think is for the best.
Like, it's really interesting seeing, because this is a proof of concept basically for the game, but it gets expanded and so much afterwards. It's like it's hard to reconcile like just how much it grows as a game from here. Like that's why this section really kind of gets you started on things, but I also, like, to some extent, I sometimes worry that it doesn't sell the game as well. I don't know.
Yeah. I think
it's certainly one of the sections that drags
longest.
Because I first played this.
Yeah, like I feel.
I first played this years ago, and it didn't sell me on the game, and I didn't continue past this part until, recently when all of y'all were on watching me. Which is a shame, because I ended up really enjoying the game.
I don't think I ended up playing until I saw the Giant Bomb Quick One, which played through this entire section.
I think I saw a stream that somebody was doing of the first couple of basically up the papyrus, and that's when I was sold on it, and I knew, because like basically seeing the papyrus fight was just like the moment where I was like, yeah, this is great. So, this route, it has some things to it that you might want to be aware of.
Yeah.
What do you think this entails, I guess, is the question.
Killing everybody?
Notice that the frog just disappeared, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't kill a frog, but the frog disappeared.
Yep. That's not I think that because they were scared, but still. Take it literally.
Okay.
Is my only piece of advice. Before you continue on to an area, make sure.
Make sure what?
You have to kill the candy.
Yes. Make sure that there are no survivors.
Okay.
And you will know that there are no survivors.
So, well, have I already fucked up this run by scaring away the frog?
No. Thankfully. That's programmed for. So don't worry about that. You'll know when you have. You'll know if you usually will know if you've screwed up because you'll get to the boss and certain things won't be different sometimes is usually what it is. Like there's sort of a mechanical check that'll happen and it'll be very clear. This is kind of the worst spot for it in some regards, but it's best to treat this like a JRPG that you're kind of like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe I should grind.
All right.
Oh.
That sounds slightly vague, but it'll probably make sense to me very soon. Oh, wait. No, I want to go the other way.
Yeah. I'm trying not to completely be overbearing about it. Sorry, it's kind of hard to do that with this, but it's also, I don't want you to have to restart this whole first section after having fought like 10 enemies and then accidentally screwed something up, which has happened to me before, so.
Yeah, warn me if I'm about to throw off my run. But I guess other than that, I guess I'll try to muddle through.
Sounds
good. I appreciate
good.
the help.
Don't you have to go back and take the candy? Or was that?
Sorry, you have to what?
Do you have to go back and take that candy?
Oh no, the candy doesn't.
Okay.
I don't think the candy makes a difference. The candy just depends on how much you feel like stealing. So.
It's like I take a penny, leave a penny.
Fill my inventory up with it?
Take. Oh,
yeah,
you have
absolutely.
You can try.
Probably not a bad idea, actually,
oh, yeah.
to do that because it's free healing. So.
That seems like a pretty dang good idea.
And you'll fight more monsters on the way. Why not?
So you're saying I definitely haven't cleared out.
You'll know when you're ready.
You took my candy. How disgusting. That's hilarious.
Candy's delicious.
You feel like the scum of the earth.
Take the floor candy.
Can't.
Look at what you've done.
Look at what you've done. But it's shite being human. We're scum of the earth.
Now that I think about it, they kind of set up that that this kind of thing is going to happen later on too with Alphys or Alfie.
Oh yeah, the phone calls.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
Yeah, I mean it's good to basically set up all the mechanics that you're gonna have right off the bat, or at least hint them, because otherwise it would seem like a weird break from gameplay.
I was brushing my teeth earlier when you mentioned something about the demo, being the area in the demo. But I was gonna say, way back when this game first came out, a friend of mine strongly encouraged me to play this, and he's not the kind of guy who's usually super duper passionate about story-based games unless they're very good. He's quite picky, And so I went ahead and took his forward for it, tried out the demo. I came back to him, I said, I'm not really especially impressed by this. It's okay, it's alright. And then he's like, no. Like, that's like the worst part of the game. Just, please. And I did, and I didn't regret it. I did, end up trying it out and all that, and it was a great time. But I do kind of wonder, like you mentioned, how maybe his vision kind of changed from what he had in mind when he was working on the ruins, and I don't know, that's probably the case, I think.
And I think I'm doing this right.
Well, the demo was basic.
I want to hit right in the center on the attack.
Yep.
Is that the case? Cool.
That's basically, it increases your chance of a stronger attack. It's basically kind of like a weaker attacks are on the side, more likely you'll miss on the sides, stuff like that. So. I did want to point out that when you leveled up, it actually did say your love increased.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought that was a nice detail.
Yeah, I saw. It's interesting. Oh, damn it! Too soon. This puzzle got me last time too. I should know better.
You remember it surprisingly. Okay, maybe I was about to speak too soon. You were remembering it pretty well compared to like most times I've come at it. So. Like most times I've gone through this, I fall down at least 4 times, so it's not unusual.
It's for the best anyway. You need to kill more stuff.
Yeah. Kill stuff. Video games about killing
It's
stuff.
an RPG. Yeah. It's an RPG. That's what you do.
Sort of combat for the rest of the game. I've heard that this run is hard, but it seems like in some ways it may be easier.
Yes,
there are. Yes. You're right in some aspects, but there's some other things that make up for it. Is the way I would put it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
There's actually some cool things mechanically that we'll get into. Because I don't think you used. I think you kept the same weapon equipped for the entire run, right? Mm-hmm. Last time. Like, I don't think you ever changed weapons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, like, there are small differences in the weapons and stuff like that, too, I think. So.
Yeah,
But we'll see that soon enough, so.
Yeah.
Cool.
Also, I don't think there's any cases where you can see it yet, but I know if you kill, like, certain enemies in a certain order, it affects things. And there's some cool stuff there.
That's pretty cool.
I've mostly heard this just kind of described as tedious, honestly.
This run, you mean?
Yeah, the genocide run.
Yeah, it's like part of that is the point, and then as well as that, I think the idea with how it's designed is to ensure that players can't accidentally trigger it. They have to do it on purpose.
Yeah, like that's why I was saying, like, you'll know when you've kind of started the route, because it's.
Oh yeah, it does become very clear.
That's gonna, yep.
The other thing too is that I think the ruins in particular is like especially tedious in genocide because it has a lot of really cute jokes that are funny and kind of time wasting. And they're funny the first time around. They're not really as funny if you've just played the game. And you want to try it again.
Well, especially when you're running through and just doing the battles, and you're running around the same areas and doing the battles even more. So, like, it's a different feel, and it. And I have to say, it's a really interesting take on that thing about RPGs, where they are really kind of like when you start the game off by grinding and have to grind to make the game playable, it kind of makes everything a hell of a lot less fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, although at the same time, I think that a number of RPGs are able to make grinding a lot of fun. I think Undertale, probably on purpose, fails to do that.
Well, yeah, they're trying to do that. So
Yeah.
It's like killing people is bad.
Well, that's the message.
why can't we all be friends?
How do you kill a ghost?
Naps the Blook.
So sad.
Wait.
God, that one's a nightmare.
Hello. Yeah, I thought I'd fire up Undertale for like an hour or two.
You're dying.
Oh. Did it just attack me? I'm not sure. I wasn't paying attention.
Yes, it is.
You lost 6 HP. It's not a big deal.
Oh,
You have
apparently I
candy.
kill ghosts?
Yep, you blew it.
For me, kid. I'm not gonna get too personal about this, but if you continue down this path, well, let's just say you're gonna have a bad time.
What are you doing? What is that?
He's doing a Top Cat impersonation.
Doing a thing.
Yeah, it's a little too early for that, though.
Is that
A little too
thing
early
thing?
for that, but
It's Sam's. He sounded like him.
yeah, that's a little too early for that, but
Too
that's
early.
okay.
They're saying that it's too early for that.
It's too soon.
They're saying it's too
The
soon.
joke.
Your jokes are poorly timed, they said.
Might suggest
Yeah,
that, but
that's
It's too
correct.
soon right now.
let me just tell you, you might want to consider your options.
Alright.
Do it in a different accent.
Is that the literal anime right there?
That's the literal anime, yes.
Okay, yeah, no, I can see that. I can hear that.
Yes. I haven't heard literal anime before. I've generally used IRL anime, but I think I'll take it. What do you think? Literal?
Yeah.
Right?
The figurative.
Right. Will drive safe?
Of course. Gotta go out and get some ketchup.
Alrighty.
I'll see you at Grillby's.
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
He's talking about like
Grillby's
Star
is the
Wars.
bar in
Oh.
Snowden.
They're telling me it's the bar. Stop being better at Undertale than me. It's not cool, man. Now they're just...
Who the fuck goes out to only eat ketchup?
You won't be able to think about any more of your precious violence. But even if you do decide otherwise, come on, darling, make it a show.
Get the fuck out.
Hasta la pasta.
See ya.
Distant Undertale memes.
Anyway, that was an interruption.
Yeah, that's okay. So you can't kill ghosts, but that's okay. They don't count towards anything, so
So,
you still have to fight.
what if you
Alright.
made him make the hat and then hit him? Would he be really sad? Probably really sad.
Is that how I kill him?
I think so. Yeah, something happens.
I was going to talk about this when we got to the next fight, the next boss fight, because it's kind of interesting to do it there. And so there's a very specific way we're going to do that fight, just because it's worth seeing that. So.
Good job! Now you fucked yourself out of the genocide route. You lost an experience point.
Oh, do I have to start over?
No, I'm kidding.
No.
Okay.
You're
I
okay.
don't even know. I got people.
Just keep
I got
playing.
you guys telling me Undertale things through my headphones, and I have a literal anime telling me Undertale things in real life. How much did my
I don't know, anime Undertale things?
How much of what he was saying got picked up by my microphone?
All of it.
Quite a bit of it, especially the Metaton. Especially
Yeah.
the Metaton impression.
He tends to talk like
At least
that
I'm
all the
assuming
time
that
anyway.
was it.
It's
Oh,
a fun person to
okay.
live with.
That would not be
Yes.
my style. But
Okay.
Anyways,
sounds like an
So-
acquired taste.
In seriousness, do I have to start over?
no.
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 Okay.
No.
I can't tell
No,
every.
Napstablook is a ghost, and ghosts can't be killed, and it's just kind of a joke that, oh, okay, that doesn't affect this doesn't affect anything. You still have to fight him like you did.
Yeah, although it makes
But-
me wonder how, like I wonder if like you actually lose that experience point, like if you were to like look at the code. I have no idea. Like I'm not.
I have to figure it's just a joke, right? I don't
Maybe
think
not.
it would actually
Not
affect us.
serious
No, I
in
don't
the
think
world.
it's a joke. I'm pretty certain that you do actually lose an experience point.
Well, then.
Although I'm sure at that point you probably. I'm sure there's not much to lose.
No, it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. This is probably a nice spot to grind a little bit, just because I want to see if these frogs get scared of you like that other one did, or if you actually kill them in battle.
Bad thing. So I should not approach the frogs, or I should approach the frogs.
You can talk to them if you want, but just maybe kill do some battles in the room and just see if anything else happens.
All right.
Kind of the thing with this is there's lots of little mechanics that happen as a result of trying to do this route and stuff like that become apparent, and like one of them was you got into a fight and that scared off the one frog. Well, how many frogs are in the underground? How many are you fighting, for example? So
There's
like
a
if
limited
you
number.
walk all the way to the end of the room, so there's like 3 frogs here. So so maybe run around this room a little bit.
All right.
Get into some fights. just keep fighting.
All right.
That's the kill everybody run. Just
Kill everybody.
Honestly, I have to wonder if the people in chat are being genuine or just fucking
They're
with it.
being ironic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I
this game.
wonder-
I love this game.
Because of all the numbers.
Hello.
did you see that, by the way?
Do,
That
I always
was-
forgot that happens.
do this many people really have numbers in their name?
Yeah.
Well, shit, I play like an hour to Dead Souls.
How many other people have the name Packed Goose that there need to be 4 numbers at the end of it?
I have 3
I
alts.
wonder about this.
Yeah, Pack Goose does sound like a robot.
So I want to point this out because I think everybody missed it except for me. But
Yeah.
there was a little thing that appeared on the edge of the screen
Yeah.
on the left when you started walking back left.
Yeah.
I think that was Flowey
What?
who was following you.
Seriously?
What?
Yes.
I didn't
Yes.
see that.
Yes.
What?
that is a thing in this section is that it's not. I think this is one of the only areas where it does that, but yeah, like that's just a little thing. I noticed just in the little corner there that there was a little white flash that kind of disappeared all of a sudden, and it was basically kind of looked like a flower. So yeah, that's a detail.
I'll keep an eye out then. Flowers stalking me and everything. What's the world coming to?
A sunflower stalk.
Oh.
It's bad. You should feel bad. I should find like another save point so I can restore my health.
And what bitrate are you using to get like the real time
Bitrate?
response? Yeah.
What do you mean?
Does bitrate affect that, or is it ping? Do you get like the real time from OBS?
I'm using FTL.
Yeah, but I'm just curious, is it like a ping thing that causes the delay, or is it bitrate?
Oh, is there a delay?
Oh, there isn't. He's
No,
wondering
it's
how
just
it's
like
looking so
how you
far.
have it set up.
Yeah.
I don't understand the question.
Like,
Sorry.
I think that he had problems getting it to work and had pretty big delays.
Yeah, I got down to like 1 second eventually, but it was still like fairly noticeable.
I think it's because I've
I don't
got
know if it's really
super,
possible
super
to get past
speedy
that.
internet.
Hmm.
I've got a
Texan
very fast
internet?
connection and a very fast computer.
Yeah, that can make a world of difference. So yeah.
Yeah. Damn it. I'm really tempted to switch to Frontier, but I don't want to deal with them. It's like everyone, like 3 people I know say, "Oh yeah, Frontier's fine," and then everyone else says, "No, they're fucking garbage."
I love picking ISPs. It's like
going to the dentist.
no, I enjoy going to the dentist.
Weirdo.
Okay, it's like going to the dentist if you haven't been in 10 years and you drink literal acid every day.
Okay, well that would be
You'd
true.
be dead. You need to see a gastroenterologist for that.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Talk to them again and say the other option if you can.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, I just want to see what the other option does for a second.
It's helpful bad.
It's bad.
Oh yeah.
No more yellow names.
Keep no more yellow names.
So does that actually affect the rest of the game?
Yep.
Does that mean I can't spare anybody anymore?
You can. You just
I mean-
can't tell when you need to spare them,
Yeah.
which
So-
doesn't matter because you're going to murder all of them.
Fuddling.
Stop me from feeling sorry for them.
Yep. Actually, I think in some, depending on the route that you're doing, you can actually change the color.
That's interesting.
But I could be misremembering that.
So I have a theory about Mixer or Beam or whatever, is that when you are streaming, it makes you pick the name of the game that you are streaming. And you can't just type in whatever you want. You have to pick from a list that they've determined. So I'm wondering
Right.
if sometimes like robots show up, and by robots I mean chatbots, to like make you feel like there's more people watching you.
I wouldn't say it's robots necessarily, but I would say that like
No, it's not robots.
It's like that one thing about that one dating website.
Ashley Madison.
I'm
I mean,
curious because
Okay, Cupid.
Yeah. No, it was. Oh yeah, okay, Q might do
It
it
was
too,
Ashley
but
Madison,
Ashley
you
Madison
guys.
was what I was thinking of. Yeah.
I was just gonna say that like I have nephews and I know that they will like go on like Twitch and just search for games. Like that is a thing. Like you would be surprised. There are like 8 to 12-year-olds on the internet looking at games.
I have occasionally like just streamed a random game and then had some random nobody pop into my stream and say hello. I have a friend who sometimes streams random games and has the developers pop into his streams. So that's
Yep.
Well, that sounds
Because
pretty
people
cool.
are looking for their games.
you should just find the most obscure thing in your library and just start streaming it.
Everdread said he was doing that for Undertale.
Yeah.
So
What, looking for
You just
Undertale?
feel
Well,
like-
apparently, if you say his name 3 times in a mirror, he shows up.
yeah, like he was just like randomly going into Undertale streams. I think I saw him in a couple actually.
What, and doing his whole,
When
hey, it's me,
everything was still
Everdredge
popular.
shtick, right?
In the chat.
Yeah, so he's like, yo, boy, but you can't tell it's him. You should just, like, make a bunch of bots, and so you'll have, like, a bunch of people, and people will think that you're popular.
I'm pretty
You'll
sure
have a
people
bunch of
do that.
chatbots saying, wow.
Just name a million notch bots and just put them on all the Minecraft streams.
Yeah, it's like, wow, I really like the aesthetic of your structure.
Well, yeah, you listen to
8.3 out of 10.
First off, racist AI, and you'll be set.
So you're saying I should just keep like trolling up and down here and grinding?
Keep
out?
doing it.
Keep doing it.
This is probably as good as the spot as any.
I think there's a trick if you click outside the window while you're walking, it'll just keep you on like an auto run state. Or there's some way to do that, and it's supposed to help. Yeah.
I think not the best idea to play with that. I don't think because
Put a rubber band around your joystick so it goes in one direction.
My dude, have you heard
I
of
think for
Moderate?
me, I think they like used Alt Tab or something, but I don't remember.
Whatevs.
Or you can change the any files.
That sounds like effort, you guys.
True.
I'm allergic to effort. Oh boy. Just running up and down, killing shit.
Actually,
Going up on a Tuesday.
Yep.
Just like Solomon Grundy.
Oh shit, it's Tuesday. What the fuck?
Well, technically it's Wednesday. I mean, unless you live in
not
California
for
like
me.
a fucking weirdo.
Oh,
Wow!
there.
What the fuck?
That's mean, it's cruel.
That's right. I'm insulting
You
both
deserve
of
this
you.
run.
Listen. I
Taking
know
care of you as an asshole.
very few people in the so-called CST. I think Texas is CST, right?
It's mountain time.
It's Mountain Time?
Nope, it is not mountain time, you Philistines.
No, it must be CST
It's
because
Mountain Time
you said it's midnight, so it must be CST.
Yeah.
No, Mountain Time.
Yeah,
Those are real weird.
Sure,
CST.
shit is an EST.
It's mountain time where I'm at, and it's 11. So.
Yeah.
It's like 9:13.
They are not
Now,
there
mountain-
anymore.
Keep walking around for a little bit.
Just to make sure. Just walk around
Yeah.
for 20 more minutes.
Now Mountain Time is extra special.
Well, I meant in that room, but it doesn't matter too much.
I was looking for the save point because I was getting a little low in health.
Yeah, that's fair. So.
Actually, what the fuck is the deal with Nevada in Mountain Time? Because that's fucked me over when I've been on a few flights.
So there are multiple things that kind of indicate that things are changing.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of them. We haven't quite
It's not
gotten
in business.
to that point yet.
Mm.
So let's move on to the next area.
All right. Bueno.
I'm getting some lag.
Uh-oh.
Might just be on my end.
Nah, I'm getting it too.
It's all lag.
Well, I could restart the stream.
It's coming
Leave it for a second and... just leave it for a second and see if it clears up.
Oddly enough, I'm
Like,
getting
sometimes
no...
being hyper-vigilant makes things worse for streams. So
I'm getting no audio lag. Just
There's definitely a video lag.
The game
I'm
was-
Yeah, it's just a video.
yeah.
Well, I'll just stop it and restart it real quick.
okay.
Yeah.
Give it the old on and off. Someone just say fucking Amsterdam? What? Who's whispering?
It's Krell.
Yeah, that was odd.
It was scary. That was like a Slender Man moment.
There's still some video lag. That's just gonna drive me crazy.
I presume. Okay. I presume the stopping is not you.
I'm stopping and I'm checking my own stream.
Oh, okay.
because I've now noticed the lag myself. I wasn't normally I wasn't watching my own stream, but when y'all mentioned it, now it's bothering the shit out of me.
It should.
We can't let these things get to us sometimes.
Okay, well,
It's okay.
so we think there might not be an audio delay.
It sounds
haven't
like
noticed one
responding to
because-
us just fine.
All right. I mean,
Yeah,
guess
I
if
don't
there's no
notice an audio lag. So
Because I mean, if I can keep talking to y'all, then I forgot this. This was like my least favorite puzzle.
It's funny how much like
No, there's no audio delay.
puzzle mechanics are in this game.
What did you say?
I was just saying it's kind of funny how many of these little puzzle elements you only see them one time in the entire game.
Mm-hmm. Doop.
What?
oh, I didn't know about that.
I didn't either.
That's what happens if you press the wrong switch.
I forgot which one I just pressed.
You
Blue one.
pressed the yeah.
Was it this one?
You can read the sign.
You hit the right one,
Well,
or the one behind the right pillar.
Darn it.
No! Just press it.
Like I said, you hit that one already.
Like, first,
No, that's
read the
the
sign,
wrong
that'll tell you
one.
which one to hit, and second of all, it's the green one. No, never mind.
Oh, okay.
We've been lied to.
I've been lied to.
I like how you're doing it like by memory as opposed to reading it. Like I was thinking that too. Like
No, that's not totally like the opposite.
Does that look like green to you?
It does.
It
It totally does.
You guys. Oh. I'm stuck.
It could.
Oh
There
god.
we go.
Okay.
Part of it could be flux on my end. I don't know. I guess it's blue. I don't know.
Well,
Who
it's a
even
tricky
knows?
one.
I'm using flux as well though. That's definitely like it's
It definitely
teal.
looks green.
It's teal at the absolute worst. It is teal.
It's like light brown on my screen.
Yeah, boy.
I like how it doesn't even give you the option for the other switches. You just lose.
Just fuck you.
Head right, actually.
Right. Okay. Very pretty. Oh, it's a thing. Found the toy knife. I like how it's not a toy knife, it's the toy knife.
I don't think that was there before.
I think
It was. I think you picked it up before, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
So
So,
this is the tedious part.
yeah.
Walk around this room and keep getting into fights,
Alrighty.
and it's going to take for fucking ever.
Alright.
I am sorry to say.
It's gonna
Alrighty.
take like 3 years. Spoilers!
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
the
sorry
video
to spoil the fact that this is not.
No, the chat's spoiling things.
Like
Oh,
that's
you
so much of a
know,
spoiler at this point.
The end of cooking, mama.
I am. There's not much point
I'll be
in,
a moderator.
in muting the guy because
Somebody's a robot.
you can still see it anyway.
Yeah, it's fine. So I'm thinking, I'm probably gonna
But-
quit this at 12:30, so I'll just get as far as I can until 12:30. Although now I'm gonna hope there's a save point.
Oh,
Mhm.
and I'm not sure if this was mentioned, but as you continue to grind for encounters, the more you kill, the less frequently encounters appear.
Oh, good.
So if you're wondering why you've been walking around for the last minute and nothing has appeared, that is the reason.
Well, this game really doesn't want you to do this, I guess.
No, it really doesn't. I mean, at the same time it does, because there's content that comes with it, so,
Wait, did you have to kill that frog at the very, very beginning that ran away from you?
Mm-hmm.
But did you kill it?
I don't know. So you're saying
I don't think you're able to kill it.
Going to this next room would be bad? Can you confirm?
I'm actually not sure it would.
I don't think you can leave if you're in the next room.
What?
There's just no there's no need to go to the next room. I don't think it's like bad if you do. There's just no need.
No, because I was wondering, like, if I make it to 12:30, how far I have to backtrack to a save point.
Oh no, the next room has a save point in it. So.
All right, if it comes to that. Sounds like it will.
It shouldn't take that long.
Oh boy. I really should set up an auto-hit macro for this. Really exciting stream, guys.
Mm-hmm. Yellow Kid Walks in Circles. The video game.
I should somehow rope Mihai into reading along. I mean, we had Everdread doing Flowey last time. Just nobody mention pirating anime in front of him. He'll freak out. No, he won't freak out. He'll just get pissed off.
Right thing?
Yeah. Are you sure you can get encounters in this room, though?
Maybe that's the case. Go up into the next room. I want to see, go into another room. Because it won't lock you into anything at this point, so...
Is Discord voice live for anyone else?
Discord voice what?
Is it what?
Lagging for anyone else?
I don't think it's lagging, although I kind of hear this background drin that wasn't there a few minutes ago.
No, it's not lagging.
I did hear someone a few minutes ago speak like a half a minute after the relevant thing was said. So maybe there is a lag thing happening somewhere.
I don't think there's an audio lag. By the way, should I not?
I haven't really noticed it. Don't enter the house yet.
Don't enter the house.
Go back to where you were killing dudes before, or maybe I think the rooms with the switches. Those those definitely have encounters because I know that's where I grinded.
Oh boy, just hanging out around here.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, according to something I looked up, they recommend the best place to grind is actually the very first save point, but you don't have to do it all there. We're definitely on the path, it's just we still have more to do.
Yep.
Oh, you know what? Did you go back and kill all the dudes who, are in the world? I think there's some in this room.
That's right. There are some guys in the pits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, that might be a good point. We should check.
Yeah, fuck vegetables.
Oh, we found this too. So,
might as well cook the armor.
Sweet. So I'll just jump in all the pits?
Yep.
Cool.
Should be in there somewhere.
Actually, it doesn't look like it, because we would have seen them by now.
I think this is all the same room, so if you got all the ones up there, you got all the ones down there.
Yeah, normally there would be enemies down there that you can talk to, I think. But because we have cleared out a whole bunch of enemies, it's like the frogs. They ran away, or you killed them all. They either run away or you killed them all. Because remember, you fought a bunch of Vegetoids already, which are the vegetable monsters. Those would have been things in the pits. So.
I see. Oops. God damn it. Anyway.
Isn't this, like, just the grandest definition of fun?
Oh boy.
Okay, yeah, there must be some on-field enemy that you missed somewhere, because, like, you would have encountered something by now.
Maybe I already fucked up this run.
Yeah,
I don't think
that's possible.
Isn't there? I bet it's that frog that ran away at the beginning.
I'm trying to read some stuff, and it's saying that doesn't matter. So, who knows?
I'm pretty sure you can't lock yourself out of it this soon.
I'll just keep backtracking.
Just keep going, I guess. Something's bound to come up eventually. Or nothing.
Oh boy.
It's possible that oh, we're all the way back here.
Yup.
Maybe I can enter the house?
No. Once you enter the house, that should be the point of no return.
Glitched game.
Not impossible.
Where's the next? When you get to a save point, just say something. I just want to take a look.
Okay. Wait. Oh, I'll find a save point.
Yeah, there's more than a few. So.
Alrighty. Oh boy, really riveting gameplay, you guys.
Yeah.
It is fun revisiting those vines on the walls.
Yeah, I miss those vines. We had some good times together, those vines and me.
There's one, there's two, there's another one. They're spaced out, so it's like natural looking. Oh, look at that. It's ornamenting the column.
Alright, we have found a save point.
Save at it.
Alright.
Yeah, The save point has a little notification if you actually completed it, and the music should be different if we've actually gotten onto the run, so... Just run around that room. For a bit. Sorry, the save point room is what I meant.
Alright. Oh boy,
yeah, usually it's supposed to be once a minute. So if you haven't found anything yet, I wonder if you went too far already, and
there's an earlier point of no return, maybe. Huh.
It's possible. You know, everything I've seen before says that it's Toriel's house, but
how do they know?
Well, exactly. Like, unless they actually check the code.
Maybe it's kill that rock.
Jeez, I guess everybody else who wants to kill everybody is much more patient than I am. So I just charging through.
Honestly, I screwed it up the first time I tried to do it as well. And I didn't notice it until I got the papyrus.
Maybe it's to kill the mouse or the cheese.
Rah.
Kill the cheese.
Kill the cheese.
It's the best
Kill
character.
the cheese. Eat its
It's
blood.
better than the bologna and the salami.
Maybe I need to
Nice.
buy a
Nice.
fucking.
It's Rocco's Modern Life.
I got a donut. Maybe I needed a donut.
Good job.
Not that these are actually affordable.
Well, shit.
Well, shit.
Well, that fucking blows.
Yeah.
Like I remember it taking forever for some encounters to happen. It's just I didn't think it'd take this long.
No, it's supposed to be a minute. So,
So.
at like at the most.
I just.
Oh fuck! So
What?
actually, it's the fucking frog
It's the frog.
that
What?
Toriel scared off. Fuck.
What? You're supposed what? But what? So how are you supposed to kill that then? Because that definitely got attacked, and then the turn after it got scared away.
Guess you just have to get perfect tail on it.
Yeah.
What?
It needs to be too perfect.
Yeah,
What?
that's really shitty.
You can do a neutral run.
No.
It would be nothing.
Nope. Party's over for now. I will try again some other time.
Sorry.
God damn it.
Absolutely
Super fun
destroyed.
looking at those vines.